Ready, steady, vape.
Oh, ready, steady, vape. Good evening, one and all. Oh, I've got screens all over the place. Let's
Don't
try
like me.
that. Yeah, sorry. Good evening, one and all. I've got you all now. Very warm welcome to this Tuesday night. Bit cold at night, isn't it, Kieron? Lovely weekend.
It's quite warm here in Blackpool.
Is it?
Yeah, it's quite nice here.
Well, I managed to catch a few rays on Sunday. Flick the lid off a couple outside. Barbecue. Lovely. First time yet. So we'll say hello to one or two people. How many have we got? 26 according to me in chat. Pulled them by. Good evening to you. John Vaping Joker. Evening to you. Vaping Snowman. Evening. Adrian Mason. Yo and yo everyone. Just want to try something, Adrian. So let's use you as a guinea pig. As you might notice, there's a new setup because there's only two of us. And it works. Lovely. Comes through in, of course, bright green, isn't it?
It's quite good.
Can't miss that, can you? Lynn Smith.
No,
Good evening, Lynn. Very warm welcome to you. One of my spanners. Adrian already said. Daniel. Evening, Daniel. I didn't answer Daniel's message earlier. How bad am I? He got his order this morning, thanked me, and I didn't even acknowledge it. Sorry, Daniel. Been one of those days. I did speak to him very briefly earlier, so it's not so bad, but it was brief. Stephen James, evening to you. Dion78, good evening, Dion. Albert, evening, Albert. Valenti. SVR Shrek, how are you, Shrek? Morning, all. Shrek's obviously got his sleep patterns all.
He's a vampire, I think, really.
Been in the swamp too long, I think. He doesn't realise more this evening. No, hello, Gareth, how are you? Good to see you. Lynn, I've said. Who else have we got in here? Peter, 247. Good evening, Peter. Craig, evening, Craig. Murray Robertson, good evening. Have I missed anyone? Kev, evening, Kev.
Did you mention Peter Kendall?
Stuart Dill, have I got to him? No, I'm getting to him. Stuart Dill, evening, Stuart. Jaya, good evening. Peter Kendall, good evening to you. Neil Pitts, Phoenix Vapes. Put that in there. Managed to grab myself. Of course, you do know that Mr. Zachary has been busy, don't you?
He has.
Have you seen it? There's a clone of that now.
I have seen it.
Coming out already.
I wonder if the clones fix the issue.
Well,
sometimes they do.
Makes you wonder. We'll perhaps have a little chat about that in a little while.
Yeah.
Mark Trigwell, good evening, Mark. Free Ride Vapor, good evening. Vapor Queen Becky, Daft B, evening, Daft B. Who else have we got? I think I said Mark Trigwell. Yeah, I did. I think that's it. I'm there. I'm at the bottom. Caught up for the one and only time, obviously.
Yeah, so, I've got to try and watch chat today.
You've got to try and what?
Watch chat as well today, because there's only two of us, so we've got to...
No, there's only two. But we'll get there. We're not overly busy tonight. How many's on there? It's 51, so that's not too bad. We'll keep up, and be nice to see your questions. I nearly said hear your questions because I can hear Winston at the door.
No doggy today. She's gone home.
To come in. You're not coming in. So, have you got an absolute mountain of stuff to show us, Kieron? Because I do know you've been sent quite a bit recently.
I've got about 5 things. Yeah, I've been sent a lot of things. What's happened is, as you know, with the lockdown in China, all at once, suddenly, I've got everything. I've been sent maybe 6 parcels, and also about 5 parcels I've ordered myself. They've all arrived at once.
Right.
So I've been from like nothing to just parcels all for the last week, non-stop. It's been good. It just makes my life a bit harder.
Right.
So, do you want to know what I'm vaping on then?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I've just seen TVP in chat. If he's not banned, Spanners, please don't ban him.
No, don't ban him.
No,
Absolutely not.
please don't ban him. Let him be in chat. And if it is you, Mark, and not someone else, very good evening to you. Right. Sorry, Kieran. Just thought I'd.
Okay. First of all, I'm on the Geek Vape Z100C DNA Pod mod kit.
I saw that, the first DNA.
Got the pod on it. I need to get the 510 adapter. Sorry. Yeah, DNA pod. Take the pod off, and then you got your little 510 adapter, which goes in, clicks in place. It actually clicks in place, locks in place, so it can't come off. And then you take it off afterwards and change it to the pod.
Right.
Really nice. And inside that, I've got my Acer Vapes Morning Coffee Caramel, which is really nice. And I've also got another Geek Vape. It's going to be the Geek Vape 1X H1 pod. Plain and simple, 3 power options.
So, which one's that pod?
It's the Weenax H1, the new one that's coming out.
Right, okay. God, they look so similar, don't they?
They do. And then I've got my IBG Strawberry Jammy Yogurt. Really nice. I'm enjoying that one. And this is my own purchase. I've got the B3 from Vandy Vape, or the Berserker 3. They're calling it the B3, but it's a Berserker. So I've got that one in there.
So, go on. A little wrecker. Have a little vote. What's it like?
I've got the 1.2 ohm. The airflow inserts for this are the 510 pin.
Right.
They don't screw in, they just push in and held in with an O-ring.
Right.
I'll talk more about that in my review. I'll talk about that. But yeah, quick vape.
Oh, so you haven't actually put the review up yet?
No, it's only just come up. You've got no airflow control. You've got 2 holes on each side, but it's non-adjustable. You've got just the airflow pins going in the 510, and that's it. You've only got 4, I think it's 4 or 5 options. There's a few sizes missing, which would be a slight bad point for me, obviously. And then
anyone wanting to know more, you will be doing a review, putting that up
next week. Yeah, this week I've got a few things to do that are sent out, and the next week's gonna be my stuff. And then I've got my IBG Honey Crunch, which is my favorite out of the 3, or the 4, sorry. Another pod kit, which was kindly sent by you, which will be the Inner Mood Revolve pod. Spin it around. Hide the mouthpiece. I don't like your camo. You made it cropped. Don't like that.
I've done what?
Because you cropped it. It's confusing. In there, I've got my usual Pinaco tobacco, and I'm on just an old favorite, the converter with my Precisio RTA, and in there I've got some natural extracted Virginia from the Tabaccaria in Italy, which is a DIY mix, which I've knocked up. And that's it, just those 5 things. I've got a lot more, as you know, but...
I know you have. I've
got 4 things from Vaporesso, which I'm not even set up yet. 4 different products from them.
Well, it's nice to see that some new bits and pieces are coming through, isn't it? Because with
2 parcels from Inniken as well. It's just, like I said, it all just came all at once.
Yeah.
Everything.
I think, we went through a phase where I wasn't getting anything, you weren't getting anything, most people weren't getting anything, and it was all got a bit stale. But to be fair,
it's like all my 5 parcels, which are my stuff, that's all I've had on pre-order for 6-7 weeks.
Right.
All arrived at once.
Yeah. Excellent stuff. Well, I think I'll just do what I'm vaping on, then we'll go into chat. Because I have seen 1 or 2 questions. I'll have to scroll back a bit on a lot of chat. But I've had... Oh,
Cloudy.
New. So what are you going on about cropped? It's there. What do you mean you're...
No, on my screen, my little box where I can see my picture, it's cropped inwards on the YouTube. So I've got to keep it in the centre.
Oh, I see. I don't know. Looks all right to me. Hopefully it's all right.
Yeah, I'm in the centre.
I've got the Revolve as well. What I like about this Revolve is that obviously you can just revolve it one-handed and stick it in your pocket, and you're not going to get half your pocket fluff inside the drip tip. So from that point of view, it's really, really good. And you can do it one-handed, a bit tasky. But the flavour, it's all right. Yeah, that's how I see it.
I mean, it's nice in the packaging. You get the 3 different cases because mine was all black, and you get the red and the white. You can clip them off and change them. And the fact that when you put the pod in one way round, it's more mouth to lung. Do it the other way, it's more restricted. Yeah.
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 They also sent me actually another one they do called the Pebble, which I haven't opened yet. That's green. Because the green screen, but it's a Pebble called a Pebble.
These ones are, I think, Mark, could be great for people going from disposables to the next step. Simple and easy.
Yeah, and they do take a coil in that.
Yeah, I mean, you can change the coil, which is always a good point for me. I don't like these pods that are just, use them 5-6 times and throw it away. So they've got a few things right. It is, not disposable at all. You can change the coils, but the flavour, it's not bad, but it's not anything special. If you'll agree.
I do agree. If the Slim was a 10, this is an 8, I would say. Probably.
Well, I was going to say 7.5.
7.5? Yeah, I'll probably go with that, actually. So, it will get you by. It tastes fine. And to be fair, I've had this coil in here a week and it still tastes the same as it did.
Same as me.
So the longevity, that's a good word for a Tuesday night, of the coils should be fine. But anyway.
When I showed it on Instagram, MF Vape said it looks like the Baby Bell cheese.
Oh, I suppose it does.
He's right, yeah. It is like a Baby Bell cheese.
I haven't even tried to get the cover off this yet. I haven't even looked at the spare one.
It's a bit fiddly.
Is that?
Yeah, you pop one side, put a little screwdriver there, and then pop the other side, and then it'll come off.
For those, I'll show it there, that comes in 2 hours magnetised. So,
how are you finding it for the airflow when you do the reverse pod? Because you've got mouth to lung and restricted direct to lung. Have you noticed that?
Yeah, of course I have.
Really? You haven't, have you?
Oh, no, I didn't notice that. So you turn it one way from mouth to lung.
One way is more tighter.
Oh, that's better.
You sent it to me and you don't even know these features. Jesus.
I just won dick of the day.
Mine's on a more restricted direct to lung, more open. The other way's a bit too tight for me.
Yeah, see, I had it on the open. I didn't realise it was interchangeable. How bad is that I've been for all these days?
Sorry. It does say in the packaging, by the way.
I know. It's good to read, isn't it?
It is.
Moving on. Can't believe I got that wrong.
You know me, I'm always thorough.
Actually, let's do the new stuff first. I got sent this as well, the SX Mini Pod with the Yeehee chip in it. I only set this, when did this come? Yesterday. So I only set it up yesterday. Again, it's a coil, proper coil, pops out in quite a solid way. So you can see the coil. Let's try and
I don't have an answer for that.
Really?
Is there something else I can help with?
Is that your watch or Alexa?
Watch.
Here's what I found.
Right, that's
Oh,
it.
shut up, you
Get
silly.
off. Go away, Siri. Let's try again. So there's the coil in the bottom. And it fits in just fine, just on an O-ring. And as you can see, there's no leaks yet at all. And clicks in nice and firmly. And yeah, I have to say, votes well. And they do various coils for it. I don't know how long this has been out. It's new to me.
I've never heard of it.
Haven't you?
No.
A 0.8 mesh coil. A 1 ohm coil and a 1.2, and I've got the 0.8 in here because I wanted to compare it to the Slim 0.8.
Yeah.
So yeah, pretty good. I don't know anything about the price yet, whether I'm going to stock them. As saying goes with this, I may well stock these because I think I know the lady involved.
A minute ago, he is right. I think Freemax did something similar, like a circular shape, but I don't think you could spin it around though.
Right.
I remember a long time ago, a circular.
Right.
I remember though.
So, but as far as the Yeehee one goes, yeah, it is good, and coils rather than replacing the pod. So,
It's always good.
Like that. In there, I've got the blackcurrant, raspberry, and lime, just for a change. Pera's limbs on the go. Blackcurrant, raspberry and lime in that one. And I too have some net tobacco in this one, some Virginia.
Ooh.
Mm. Very nice indeed. So, what else have I got? And I think the held this up earlier, so a lot of people have seen that before. I've still got the Artemis, the one that wasn't the one with the ropes, the steel. That is now available to order, so I'll probably be ordering that. So that'll be in soon. So there'll now be 3 types. So
3 types?
Well, yeah, you got the single coil and the dual coil.
And right, okay, yeah, with the Artemis,
yeah.
The top coil and then the old, yeah.
Wherever I put it. And this one.
I'm doing my review for that this week.
This one I was talking about with the steel.
Yeah, the top coiler.
Yeah, top coiler. Thank you, Kieron. That's what it's called, yeah. And I think that's about all I'm vaping on. Yeah, it is. It's about all I'm vaping on. So if I cast back in chat, because I've seen 1 or 2 questions in there that I just wanted to get to. Someone asked if I've seen... Where is it? I will find it. Won't take me long. Should have highlighted it, really, shouldn't I? Well, the first question I saw was from Paul. Will you be getting the Pandora RBA in for the dot mod all-in-one? I might well, actually. Pandora were a bit naughty towards me, but, you have to move on in life, don't you? Get over it.
Yeah.
Pick yourself up, dust yourself down. I'm not a grudgy sort of person. I don't hold grudges. So, yeah, I'll certainly want to try one. So I'll be ordering one to try anyway. But, yeah.
It does look like it might be a good one from what I've seen from the pictures.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does, to be fair. So that's one. I just put Adrian's comment on there, and you can all read that for yourselves. This is it. Neil Pitts. Have you seen the 5A vape? Hossa. BXR styled all-in-one. And he's obviously referring to this.
Yes.
Which, as Kieron says, I don't know whether they're going to address this. See, I've done it there. This door. I do like the mod, but this door really, it does. It's a genuine one. It does annoy you. I've messed it up now.
It would piss me off, that door.
But would it piss you off if it was 60 quid?
Oh, you'd be surprised. I would still throw things in the bin if I don't like them, no matter what they cost. I'm sorry.
I don't know what they're going to have done with the door.
2 notches.
Sorry?
2 notches instead of 1.
Yeah.
2 prongs that you just clicked in place properly like that, sideways.
No, but I don't know if 5A vape, are going to have addressed this door.
Like I say, sometimes these companies do clones. Sometimes you actually do improve on things. So... Yep.
So, who knows? Ed might make an appearance, and they might be available shortly. Maybe, possibly. We'll have to see.
I don't know how much it is for that one, though, for the Ed one. I've seen the pictures of it, but I didn't see what the price was.
What, for the clone?
Yeah.
Going to be about 60 quid, I would have said. Yeah. Maybe 70 at the most. So, nowhere near what one of those is. But it won't have, obviously, a DNA chip. It will be the Ambition Mods chip, 60 watt DNA sort of.
I'm trying to get my head around all these DNA because this is my first DNA device.
Is it?
And I'd be looking at eScribe and thinking, oh my God, I'll be there all day trying to work out that.
I've never really... The only time I tried to do eScribe was when I had a Lost Vape product and it was faulty, and I went on eScribe to try and reset it, and it still wouldn't work. I gave up after a few hours of trying to do it and opened another one out of the box, and it was fine. So it was definitely a faulty chip and not something I could reset on eScribe.
Yeah, I have been playing around, but I won't do that in the review. I'm going to just review it normally and then
later I would, yeah. The Scribe is for...
Do an eScribe review will be like 3 hours long.
Yeah. Bit of
God.
that one. Craig says he could never get decent flavour from the Berserkers. The early ones I did. I thought at the time, when you think of the original Berserker when it came out, they were pretty decent, I thought. One of the best at that time.
I liked the first one. The second one was okay. This one is good. But I'm not going to say too much, but they made a big mistake with the airflow pins.
The
'Cause they're
fact
not-
the butt there says it all.
They've not catered to all sizes, unfortunately. It's one of those where it goes like 1.4 and then jumps to 2.
Right.
I just don't know
You think
why
they
you want to do that.
I mean, they've got the pedigree of knowing that all the
Any RCA that doesn't have airflow control via the base, it's just controlled by the pin. It's got to have multiple options, and it hasn't. It goes. I think it's like a 0.8, a 1, 1.2, a 1.4, 2.
Yeah.
So it's like bad point.
Actually, talking of airflows and not quite getting it right, the 1 mil 1 mil airflow pins for the cubed. When I got the last delivery, they weren't quite manufactured yet, and I wish they'd have waited and sent me the pins at the same time, but I will be getting them, just not quite yet. So that's bound to be a question that will come up later on. Someone will ask.
I missed off the chat because I had it on froze. Sorry.
You are?
I said I missed off the chat because I had it frozen.
Did
TVP was saying about the Geek Vape. Yeah, this is it here.
Here indeed.
And they want to just seek it. Yeah. I didn't even know they sent that to me.
Oh, didn't you?
No, because they sent me the pod and then suddenly this has arrived.
You're getting more stuff than me now, aren't you? What else did...
Slowly. But like I said, it's been a bit painful because I got all their stuff and all my own stuff come all at once.
I did get
I
some other...
shouldn't complain.
Which I haven't even really looked at yet. IPV. What is this mod called? Oh, there's no point in putting it on the table, Cam, is there? It's not on.
Oh, it's it. It's the SX. Oh, is it G class? Whatever it is, 2. Never had those ones.
It just says IPV V200. V200, I think it is. Yeah.
Oh,
IPV on the back.
IPV. But is it IPV part of Yihi now as well?
Well, I thought they were, and that's what's confusing me.
Because I'm sure it's the same company now.
So I must have been about the only person in vaping that never had them. But the batteries go in the side of this. And each side. So quite a good way of doing it. Dual. So nothing at the bottom. So I haven't even put a battery in there yet, so I can't tell you much about it. Like I say, they came yesterday, I think they came. And that's the pod that they sent with all its coils.
Is that pod just a straightforward suck and vape? Is there any sort of power?
Yeah, there's no button on it. And
no,
I've got to say, I missed the button because I like the button on the Slim. And they sent one of these, which I've actually been wanting to see what they're like. A bit like the Pico, I guess, isn't it?
Yeah, very, very Pico style, yeah.
Yeah, a bit like the Pico.
Is that 21700 battery though, that one? It was bigger.
Sorry?
Is it 21700 battery or 18650?
18650, isn't it?
I don't know, that was quite big.
Haven't read the manual, obviously, Kieron.
Men don't read instructions.
Let's grab an 18650 battery and see what happens.
Good evening, Ian, above the clouds.
No, it's 18650.
Okay.
Yeah, 18650 powers it up. Blah, blah, blah. So, I might as well leave that on. So, yeah, I was looking forward to getting it because I thought, oh, that looks nice because I like the Picos and all the other devices similar.
Like a match.
That was this landed on the keypad. Now I've just got a pen on there. But when I compare it to the Arty just looks so much classier.
Yeah, it's that battery cap. It's a bit too. I don't
Yeah.
know. It's a
Yeah.
bit too raised and too. I don't know. Bit old school in a way now.
I'd just take the Arty every time over this. Are they the same height? Yeah, near enough. The Arty is slightly taller. Slightly. But nice to have it. Nice to try it. See what it's like. But the bung that back in the box. Nice of them to send it.
Yeah.
Like you, I didn't even know that was coming. That just arrived in the mail.
It's like with vape pesto. I'm expecting vape pesto's things, and I got one parcel, and they say another parcel.
Yeah, and Shrek says it looks like an asthma discaler. He's talking about the Revolve.
Yeah.
Get away with vaping it in Sainsbury's then, Shrek. That's my inhaler.
It is what it is. It's plain and simple, you know.
Yeah.
Like I say, they've done a few things right, like replaceable coils, things like that, you know. So.
All right, yeah. Dina said that Freemax done a circular thing. Is that the one you
Yeah.
read earlier?
Yeah. I remember when they said it. I remember seeing pictures of it a while ago. I can't remember what it's called now. But like I said, I don't think that one's spun round. I think it's just a circle pod kit. Can't be comfortable to use long term. This?
I would have thought so. I think that's what we're talking about at that time. But the Eden guy, yeah, it's not uncomfortable. It's quite comfortable to use, I think.
It looks big on camera.
Yeah, it's not.
It's deceiving on camera. It's not really big.
Yeah.
It's probably about 2.5 inches. That's what she said.
Oh, that's 6 inches, isn't it?
No, that's 6 centimeters.
Oh, right. Bugger.
You got it mixed up there.
Like a pizza wheel cutter. Yeah, I suppose I can see that one as well.
Like a shaver.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Pod Central, do you boys RTA? Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. I was always so dead set against pods, but I think the thing that did educate me was these Slims, because I was so impressed with how they vaped. And I haven't really had any new RTAs come in to get hold of, but you know there will be. They'll come.
Yeah, because like I said, I've got that. That's my latest RTA. I'm still waiting on the Vapefly Alberic, and also the Vapefly, the other one, the Master Lung one, the Director Lung, which I ordered as well.
Roy would be in his element, wouldn't he? He loved his pods, didn't he? And we wouldn't
Oh
talk
God!
about
Yeah, Roy loves his
used
pod.
to talk to Roy about pods, and now he's gone. We've got him. But talking of missing people, perhaps I should address this as well before. Should have done it at the start. Young James McTavish, he's decided that he's going to knock vape reviewing on the head for certainly the near future. He's got other plans in store, private life, money's a little tight, which I think a lot of people are finding with, you know, electricity prices, blah, blah, blah. If you're, you know, I'm going to say reasonably young, because he's, compared to me and you, he is, you know, with a wife, children, you know, it's an expensive time. So he just, you know, it's a hard decision for him to make, and he wishes us all well, everyone watching the show, and Kieron and myself as well. You know, he's a lovely lad, James, and shame to lose him, but he may well come on as a guest, you know, in the future.
At the end of the day, for all of us, real life comes first.
Yeah, and it's basically what it was, wasn't it?
Yeah, you know, real life is real life.
Josh, Evening All got 2 streams on the go. 2 streams. There's only 1 stream here.
He's watching somebody else maybe as well at the same time.
Is anyone else worth watching on a Tuesday night, is there?
I'm not too sure. Don't think so.
The answer is just no, Kieron.
I'm looking at Boris Johnson. Boris Johnson is here. He's obviously got nothing to do.
Boris. So is Angela? You know, if I cross my legs while I'm talking to you, Kieron, I hope I won't, you know, detract from your conversation at all or put you off. You know, and she's off to buy some trousers now, is she? I just couldn't believe it. I just thought, whatever next is going to happen. They're supposed to be intelligent people running this country.
Really?
Grateful Ant, good evening to you. And I think I heard you say that Ian above the clouds was in chat. I haven't seen.
Yeah, he's there somewhere.
Yeah, good evening to you, Ian. If I missed you.
Rufus Kane is in as well.
Rufus there, is he? Neil Pitts, the original Husso mod have added 2 notches on the door to stop the door moving. Oh, have they? I think they're going to do an aluminium billet one as well, aren't they? From what I hear.
Yeah.
But you see, a company like that, this is how I see it. This product should never have got released in this state, I don't think.
No.
It really shouldn't. That shouldn't have been released. Anyone from China would have got absolutely condemned for releasing that. So I don't see why Hustler should really get away with that either. And I also think that they really should, for people that have bought the original one with this annoying door, they should do something to retro to help those people to, you know, to have one that doesn't do it.
It's another case of batch 1 being rubbish and then batch 2 improving.
Yeah, but you're not talking about 30, 40 quid, are you, Kieron?
No, it's not. It's not cheap, and you know the consumers aren't testers. They bought it with the money, so it shouldn't be that way.
Yeah.
I hate batch 1 and batch 2 things. It really pisses me off. Swearing all today.
Right, what have we got here? Darth B. Mark, what's the best way to wick the Artemis 1.5? Keep the cotton long or short? God almighty, this is the 1.5, isn't it? You're talking about the RDTA, I assume. No, that's yes.
I haven't got the 1.5, so I don't know.
Well, these are the Artemis 2s, aren't they?
Yes.
So what's the 1.5?
I have no idea. Is that a single coil one? I'm not too sure.
God. Too many products. Where's the other Artemis box? Ah, yes it is. Yeah. Well, but it's a single coil one.
Yeah.
Well, where is it? Where is my single coil one? Did I review that or not?
Not too sure. Did you?
Did I? I must admit, my reviewing of late has been atrocious, and I need to do more. And was going to.
You start getting a bit senile.
I was going to the weekend, but it was so nice on Sunday. I had other things to do on Saturday. I actually had to catch up with some other work on Saturday and see Mother. And Sunday, I thought, do you know what? The sun's out. I'm sitting outside, and I'm just going to chill out for the day because I felt I needed it. And yeah, it's lovely. But that didn't get reviews done. I was going to review an Artemis. So, I mean, I always say I can answer it anyway. With the cotton, I don't ever leave them that long. I don't believe they need to be. This is still the same principle. Cotton wick. There's the cotton. Focus in there, and you can't see any of those wicks underneath. There's no need to, because the pure act of vaping that tilts it to the cotton. In fact, it's better not to. I think you get a better flavour with all these styles of tanks if you cut that cotton short, just marginally under that base, under the flange. Do you think, Kieron?
I do. I'm just reading a comment here, which you once didn't it? It's right at the very end from Mark Trigwell. This one here is also the Virginia from La Spaccaria in Italy. I'll wait to find that question. It's at the very end.
I'll get to that question. That's fine. To answer Darth B's question, I mean, you've had all these Artemises, haven't you? Or have you?
No.
You had this one, didn't you?
The Artemis 2, the top coil and the RDTA is the first one I've ever had with the Artemis.
Right. So this one, the Artemis 2 RDTA, with it's dual wicks, but it's effectively the same, isn't it? Same deck, but for dual coil. You haven't left your wicks long, have you? I assume. No.
Short. No, really short.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to get to. So there you go.
I find with most RDTAs, I have the wicks really short. You don't want it traipsing down into the tank too much.
Mm.
You need to, as you're tilting it, it's going to do capillary action all the time.
Yeah. Just Josh, DNA pod mod, first of its kind. Is that the first?
Didn't. Could be.
Well, I can't think of another one, to be honest.
Didn't Bishop Ant do a pod mod, though? I don't know if it's DNA, though, or not.
I don't know. Not many people would have bought that anyway, would they?
No, not that price that they're charging. Come on.
Sorry, Guy, I'll flick on the screen again. Just wanted to thank everybody for the discussion a couple of weeks ago on 100% VG. I had to watch the replay, but I found it very interesting and helpful. Brilliant. I'm glad you did, Guy, and I know you did because you phoned me up and thanked me as well, so it was nice of you.
There we go. Curly, you said no. The Vicious Ant one was not DNA Go? What's DNA Go? Don't know what that is.
No idea. So, yeah, we had quite a lengthy debate last week, didn't we, about vodka, distilled water, 100% VG. So quite a lot came out of it wasn't last week, week before, sorry. It was interesting, and I'm sure those things will come up again as well. They're not going to go away. Shrek says IPV V200, not G-Class. Yeah, thank you, Shrek. It's G-Class. I couldn't remember.
They all look the same to me, those ones.
I never had a G-Class, I think.
Neither did I.
Everyone. Neither of us had. That's all I heard on YouTube. And I got so-and-so on the G-Class. Everyone had a G-Class, didn't they?
I'm a strange sort of vape in me. I'm more into my, the RTAs and the RDAs on top of it. A device is a device for me most of the time. You press fire and it fires. That's it. I do get devices now and again, but I don't really go for devices. I'm more interested in RTAs and RDAs.
Yeah. Peter says get an Alton Cuma RTA for a nice mouth to lung. Haven't tried one. Alton, obviously, for those that don't know, is a clone anyway. But yeah, haven't tried it. Don't know. I can't even think what that one looks like. Can you, Kieron?
No.
Yeah, there you go. I've got it now. Eden in. Am I that far behind?
Yes.
Again, yay! Well done, me. Swirling Monk, yeah, Pico. All comes back around. Yeah, the Pico is so popular, wasn't it? Really was.
The thing is, I've got 6 Picos.
Have you?
I bought 4 of each colour. I got a resin one and a stabilised wood one as well. It was made for me.
I know Daniel liked his Picos as well.
He does. Daniel likes Picos as well.
Always telling me. In fact, he's bought me a Pico once, which I think is up there somewhere. I'm sure he did. Yeah, that's just a hello. I'll be getting told off then because I should remember. Peter247, I would love a BXR, but the price is a bit steep. Yeah, the price for the genuine one is very steep, I think.
I'm just going to move my cat for a second.
Right, you are. Mark, did you get a chance to ask Ambition Mods about the Bishop Q'd for dot all-in-one? Any confirmation of one in the making? Oh, for the dot all-in-one. Well, yes, I have bent their ear about that, and I think it will be coming, Craig. I do think it will be coming. I think it'd be silly not to, because I think it'd be a brilliant little product. Boris. No part down in the street party. Yeah, it's quite bizarre, isn't it? Really, what's I don't want to go too heavily into politics, but what's going on in the world with intercontinental missiles and stuff like that? And we're arguing about whether someone's drinking wine and having a biscuit. You know, I know at the time there was people couldn't see relatives. I see that side of the story, and I see both sides. But I just think at the moment, crikey, in normal times, I'd 100% agree. Like, you know, you should go for that. But at the moment, it's just horrendous times, aren't they? Just never seems to let up, does it, from anything?
No.
Yeah, Rufus, Eden Rufus. So please, out there, don't anyone think I'm belittling what he did. I think the fact they had parties was disgusting. It should never have been a thing. But I just think they're being discussed a bit too much at the moment. Why don't they just make a decision? Don't you think? Just say, yeah, you were. Go on, off your jog. Or just leave it alone. One or the other. Get on with life, I think. Horrendous at the moment. End of rent. It's gone. I've got rid of it. Yeah, thank you, Adrian. Yeah, wish Mick all the best from us. Yeah, will do. And you know, he'll be missed. He's a nice lad. I've got a lot of time for James. Really nice lad. So shame that he's gone, but he might come back. People have a habit of missing what they were doing, so you never know. Could be okay. He could make a reappearance. So I'm trying to find that question. Yeah, Daft B, single coil one. Sorry, mate. Yeah,
there's a lot of questions here I want to answer, but I can't because you're not caught up to them yet.
I was going to say, have I caught up? Yeah, I must be getting close.
No. I'm going to jump ahead of you quickly here. Neil Pitts the same.
This was one, was it? Mark Trigwell, right. Mark Naturevape. Yes. Given you have connections with the Italians, Ambition Mods, would you consider stocking Italian net juices? I'm thinking of La Tabaccaria juices, concentrates, which seem reasonably priced. Let me just go to the table, Cam. I can't lie. I just can't.
I told you about them, and then you've gone on. You go ahead after this.
Okay, Mark.
Like I said to Mark, I've been using them for about a year myself personally. I've known about them for quite a long time. But yeah, over to you, Mark.
I've listened to Kieron tell me about concentrates that he uses, which are brilliant. And I asked Kieron a few weeks ago now what they were, who made them, etc., etc. And Kieron came back with La Tabaccaria and said, you know, they are very, very good. So I progressed that to making an inquiry, and that's where we are at the moment. So I'm hoping for some good news, Mark. You're a bugger because I wasn't going to discuss this at all. And if you notice at the start, I said I got a net tobacco in here, and I didn't tell you what it was, but I can tell you it was La Tabaccaria, and I've been vaping it, and it's very, very good. So all I'll say is watch this space, and we hope things get sorted out. You know, I certainly the product is amazing, really, really good, and I'd be proud to stock it. So we'll leave it at that, and hopefully watch this space. Just someone ban him. I can't lie. I just never have been able to. It's going to be obvious. So you've pulled it out of me. Net Vapor waxes lyrical about their quality. Yeah, just a thought. Yeah, I know. I know.
Nathan likes them. He's always liked them.
Yeah. Did you see Nathan's review of comparing the pipe to the?
Yes.
I did as well. Now, if anyone hasn't seen that, you really need to head over to Net Vapor's YouTube channel and watch his comparison between smoking a pipe and vaping a tobacco, pipe tobacco as well. A lot of people would get heavily criticised for vaping, for smoking on their vaping channel. Personally, I think it was a very good thing to do. I think it was a superb, judgment between the two things, because he had a friend of his who said, if you can get vaping anywhere near 75% upwards of comparing to my smoking, then I'll listen to you, because everything I've tried hasn't been a patch on it. And that's why he's done the review. But I just thought, I found it, and I wrote the comment to say this, I found it educational and entertaining at the same time. And I don't know how you found it, Kieron, but I did.
Yeah, no, you're right. Exactly.
So, yeah, it's well worth a watch.
He did it in a good way. He did it in an informative way.
He did, yeah. And what we do is, a lot of it is educational, isn't it? It's part of education.
Well, I'm going to jump ahead slightly to Neil Pitts saying about Geek Vapors of DNA. Want to just see pod mod come in. This is here. You must have missed it in the beginning. So yeah, Neil, it is a pod on the top. Take it off. 510 adapter. Click in place. There. Okay, that's it.
Excellent stuff. Yeah, Net Vapor just loves life. He's a lovely chap, Nathan. Really nice chap. And he does his vape reviewing channel because he enjoys it, because he enjoys vape, and that's the number one reason to do it. So, a lot of respect.
You got to enjoy it. I've always said you got to enjoy doing what you're doing. Otherwise, don't do it.
Yeah, anyone that thinks that they can, start a review channel to try and get some free stuff, and it's going to be really good because they're going to try all these new things and not have to pay for it. That's all the wrong reasons. It really is. It's the wrong reasons. I'll often say to manufacturers, if I'm interested in something, I'll say, "Can you send me one? I'll happily contribute towards it, and certainly the postage." And normally they'll say, "No, it's okay. We'll send you one." It's just being fair to each other, I think, really. But I don't expect anything for nothing, and I'm sure you don't, Kieron. It's nice when you get it.
No, I've never asked for anything. I always get emails saying, "Do you want to do this?" I mean, like Vapesso, they started first, email me once, and after that, I'm saying with Inican now, they don't even email anymore. Just the next product has arrived in a parcel, no warning or nothing, just shows up.
I did say flange. It's one of those.
Flange.
It's one of those giggly words, isn't it? Struggle with.
Put your flange away, for Christ's sake.
Oh dear! Come on, Miss Rainer. DNA did it first. Right, there you go. Peter 247. DNA did it first. Yeah, well, of course they did. Yeah, but that was only just like a little pod mod, wasn't it? It wasn't like that. It didn't have a. It's that little. I actually gave mine to Roy. I didn't like it.
For Neil Pitts saying about the battery life on the Geek Vape DNA, this is the 21700. This pod is the 0.4 ohm coil, not 1.5. Been vaping this one all day, and I've still got about 80% of battery left. So not even 1/5 of the battery gone in one day. It's a good battery life.
Yeah.
That's up 38 watts.
Oh no. Look at Swirling Monk. Dovpo releasing an interesting auto squonk soon with MOSFET. Well, I hope they get their quality control right. That's all I can say. Because they haven't released anything like that yet without loads of faulty ones. Their stuff always looks good. You're always tempted. It's always classy. And always returns. Always. So far. So hopefully they get that right.
Looking at Boris Johnson's comment there, DNA pod mod. Isn't that like putting a Halfords window sticker on a Tesla? True. But like I say, I like this device because the 510 clicks into place, and it's just it's a device. I won't use it as a pod. I will use this as a device as well, more than a pod itself.
There you go. Put that up there. I'm catching up, aren't I?
It's cloudy though, this thing, I must say.
Rasper, good news. The concentrates won't be cheap though. Definitely.
Not too expensive.
Yeah, I agree, Craig. I do agree. The other thing, Drake's. I've taken the short fills off the site completely. I have got loads here, but the bottles were leaking. They were out of date. I can't get fresh stock. And it's not that he's not supplying, supplying other people. He's not. He's not supplying anyone, and I don't know why that would be a thing. So, yeah, I can't get hold of those. The 10ml bottles I've reduced in price on the site. They have it. I think they expired end of March. They'll still vape fine for another year. There's not a problem with that. The dates are. It's a strange thing on e-liq with the dates, because in the early days I even got the Chinese lot, and I can't remember the name of the company now. They said, "What date do I want on there?" For the
Will this be like Han Sang, what there's Han Sing stuff?
Yeah, it wasn't. It was free.
What date do you want on it?
Not freestyle. I can't remember what it's called though. But yeah, they asked what date you want, and I've even had UK e-liquid manufacturers ask what date I want on things as well. And a thing's either right to a certain date or it's not, but there's no real firm.
I think with concentrates you could do that.
Concentrates are fine; they'll go on.
They can have
forever.
A lot of years lifespan, but premix stuff, I think it's like 24 months, isn't it? Limit.
That's the standard. That's the usual. 2 years is the norm. But the reality is they'll vape fine for a year after that.
Oh yeah.
So they're reduced.
Add a nicotine to it that it starts to deteriorate over time.
Yeah. Daniel's put the link in chat. Thank you, Daniel. That's for the pipe smoking review. Mark Trigwell, yeah, Netvape was so funny, that pipe episode. It was funny. And you've answered that. The battery life on the Geek Vape DNA.
Yeah. I'm going to jump ahead slightly again. Got Swirling Merc saying, been using the Cube 3 for a week now and just can't get the draw or the flavour. It's almost in the bin. I've got the Cube 3, and I will say one thing. I'm enjoying it, but because I've got to use one airflow pin on the front and blank it off at the back, because if I use 2 pins, it's too airy. The draw is a bit weird with the airflow coming at one side of the coil. That's why I need to get the new pins with like the 1mm pins and have 2 in, 1 on each side. I find then, like I said, with 1 pin on and 1 pin at the back blanked off, it's a bit of a mushy vape for me.
I've got both pins. I haven't got mine blanked. I've got both, but for me, it's just a bit airy. It needs those mill pins.
It's too airy for me with 2 pins. But when I use a blank one, like I said, it's just the airflow's unbalanced that way.
Yeah. But what I would say, Swirling Monk, is don't cast it aside to the bin yet, because I do think the 1mm pins are going to make all the difference. I think
when they arrive, make sure you leave me a set aside.
Yeah, potentially, I think it's a really good RBA. Really is good. I've had no leaks from it, and you can almost sense it's going to be good if that airflow was right. That's how I see it. Do you agree with that, Kieron?
Yeah, I do. Just reading Adrian Mason's comment as well there. Yeah, isn't it nicotine that makes things go off? I would have thought short fills will last like concentrates. Yes and no, because short fills don't have much PG and VG. Whereas when you make a short fill, there's much more PG and VG. So flavors, any sort of flavor, even cooking-wise, flavors will deteriorate over time. Take a while, but it will slowly deteriorate. But as a pure concentrate, it's more condensed, so it'll last longer than a short fill.
Yeah, there's no catalyst for that to go off. That's really mainly what it is, I think, isn't it? Craig, what's he put here? Drake's was supposed to relaunch in March, and again, nothing happened. Don't know what's going on with that, guys. Facebook also vanished, then came back. Don't know what's going on. He did start another business. I know that, and I don't think that, is. I don't think that's going to be a long-term thing. But what's happening with these nets, I just don't know. They can't be just like made and sold the following day. That's the trouble with net tobacco. It's a time process in that as well. But you know, it is frustrating, you know. And Dan's a lovely bloke, and when I've spoken to him, it's all positive, it's great, and you know, you think, yeah, excellent. I believe him every time, and then every time nothing happens. So it is a bit frustrating.
Yeah.
Daft B, Juice Cabin do nets. You can always get in touch with them. Yeah, I mean they do the nets, but you know they've got an online presence. They do their own thing, and you know I think I'll just you know let them keep doing that. There's no real you know why would anyone buy them from me if they can get them from Juice Cabin? I suppose really.
Yeah.
I did try one of theirs the other week, and I have to say I wasn't overly keen, and that's not a nasty. It wasn't awful, but it wasn't, you know, what I thought was. Oh, you know.
Which one did you try?
I was actually sent it. I think Guy in chat sent it to me.
Was it?
I can't remember now.
Don't say Pinaco because I love Pinaco.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't that. No, it wasn't that. Perhaps I shouldn't have said anything, but I mean, it's not. Like I say, it wasn't yuck. You know, it wasn't like that. But I just thought it wasn't. You know, wouldn't have been one of my.
Everyone's taste buds are different, aren't they? You know,
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. You know, it's not knocking them. You know, I'm sure there's a lot of people love their juice. So, you know.
I've had people say to me, "Oh, try this juice. It's amazing." I've tried it. It's like, God, really? You like that? Oh, yeah. It's a bit... No.
Yeah, Martin Parker removed several pounds out of my pocket of juices that I just simply had to try.
Yeah, a certain reviewer, before I started reviewing, cost me a lot of money in the beginning. I won't name who it was. I think that's why I started reviewing in the beginning. I think because when I started the reviews, it was always juices.
Right.
And I watched a reviewer, and every time I bought a juice, thinking, "Yeah, it's gonna be good." Absolute shit. I thought, well, you know, I'm a chef. I know what flavors are. I'll start the reviews. I was never going to go into the devices. I was going to be just purely juice reviewer.
Were you? Yeah.
Yeah, originally, but then things changed, obviously.
Raspa. Mark Naturevape, are you getting the new Berserker in stock? Doesn't sound like it.
No. That's unfair. The airflow pins will suit some people.
Yeah.
Even for me, the 1.2, 1.4 are fine, but I just think they've missed an options.
I'm going to try one. For my own opinion, Raspa. And the BP Mod Shure RTI. I haven't even seen that one.
I'm not sure about the Shure. I keep saying that.
You're not sure about the Shure?
I just don't like the look of it.
I can't even picture it, to be fair.
I've looked at it about 3-4 times. I thought, yes, shall I? No. So I didn't pull the trigger. I haven't ordered one.
I think it was Adrian's comment that you addressed a minute ago, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Mark Trigwell blanks his at the back as well. Works best.
Yeah, for the airflow for the cubed, yeah. But like I say, it was a bit off balance being just on one side of the coil. I think with the 2 1mm air pins, it'll be better.
I'm going to... What's the time? Yeah, all right. I'll fire up a question of my own here. I've managed to... I'm out of stock of VG at the moment, and I did speak to you about this, Kieron, as well. I wanted a supplier to supply me VG, good quality VG, because the one that I had... Now, I don't know if I was alone in this, but I could detect almost like a peppery taste in it, and I hate pepper. So, you know, if I taste that, I'm like, no. So I sort of did a bit of homework on VG and found out that some VG, it only has to be like 95% VG, and the other 5% can be anything. They could run it under a tap and top it up to the 100% or whatever they want in it. So I have now sourced some good VG, I believe, which will be arriving any day and will be on the site. So, but I didn't. All the years I've been in the vaping industry, I didn't know that. And this is
there are. You can get 95%, or you can get 99.9.
Yeah.
Depends who sells it. Yeah.
Yeah, and I didn't know that. You'd think VG was VG. Food grade VG should be, you know,
I won't ask who you went with. Was my suggestions any good, or was that too expensive?
No, it
'Cause
wasn't.
they're not cheap then.
No, it wasn't that. It wasn't. Well, they didn't come back to me. I spoke to someone there, and his boss was supposed to phone me back, and he never did. So that's part of the reason.
Fair enough. So do you then? Your business, don't want your business.
Yeah, obviously got far too much money, but I've managed to sort it anyway. So, anyone in chat, have anyone tasted like a peppery taste in the VG? Be interested. See if you
In
have.
the old days, I did, but then I started to get really good VG, so I learned early on. And good evening to Nicky Maynard.
And Craig says, "Yeah, Dan's a good guy. To be fair, he is a good guy. He's a lovely fella. I've got no problems with him as a person at all." El Gaucho or something. What was that regarding?
So I was just laughing at Living Life's comments. So like,
Right. This was the. Yeah, that's right. This was the Juice Cabin juice. It was Guy who sent it, and it was El Gaucho or something like that. Yeah, you're right, Guy. It was called something like that. So, yeah, I don't know what flavour it was, but it just wasn't, too much to my taste buds.
did he make
Which
spoil
one
as
were
well?
you laughing at, Kieron?
Living Life. Don't worry. Just
I
don't
seem to
worry.
be missing that one.
No.
Anyone seen trucking? I hear.
You won't get this comment, Mark. Don't worry.
Did someone steal something?
How could you say such a thing?
There you go.
Coyle's in chat. Hope he's feeling better. He's had an operation, if I remember rightly, not long ago. Coyle.
Yeah, so I can just see here. So I was just reading Neil Pitts. Are the disposable vape taking a lot of business away from juice companies in the UK? Yeah, I think they are. The thing is now, you can buy a disposable vape from any petrol station, corner shop, convenience store. And people are. Give us one of them, will you? And it's taking it away from, there are still the hardcore vapors out there that, love their RTAs, the people in this chat, I'm sure. But there's another side to this market as well. And not.
I'm going to be other side of the fence with this one, though. A lot of UK juice vendors now are getting disposals made with their e-liquids and branded for themselves.
Yes.
So they're not helping themselves either.
No.
And I don't start ranting about disposables, my opinion on them. But if you've got a juice company that's going to say, oh, yeah, well, we're going to make a Chinese company use our juices, brand our name on it and sell it, then it's on them, then, isn't it?
Yep. Yeah, it is. Yeah. But I don't sell a disposable on the website, and I never will. So because I just don't agree with them. I don't agree with the environmental aspect of them. So you'll never get one from me. Pods are as far as I go.
Never see me make one.
Yeah, Swirling Monk. Yeah, people blame bad nick, but it can be poor quality base or additives. Yep, couldn't agree more. Yeah, Coil, evening Coil, bung your comment in chat there. Is that green a bit vivid? Oh, look, at least people can read the black writing, I guess.
Oh, it's like a 1980 rave colour. It's fine.
Oh, that's all right then. It's quite modern for me. 1980. That's all right. Not a problem with that. Guy Stewart, tiny bit peppery, although I wouldn't have known what it tasted of if you hadn't have said that. That's it. That's what it was. Thank you, Mark. El Chapo. That's what it was. Black honey and back note. Yeah, it just. But you see, there was what was the Drake's one that I tried, and I didn't like that either. The Magnus Mango, I think it was. I thought, no, that's not working for me. So just because that's just one flavour of that company, isn't it? I'm not saying it's all, all the same.
Like Daft B says, Dark Star VG is good. Yeah, I've used them in the past. I bought a lot of my nicotine from Doc, so when the TBD was coming into effect, so like 20 litres in the freezer when it first came in, and then you can still buy nicotine anyway. So what was the point?
Yeah, well,
You can't buy nicotine, but you can buy nicotine.
Daft
You know
B,
what?
Juice Sauce was where I got my VG from. So there you go. That could well be the answer to that. So, but anyway, I've corrected it. I wasn't happy with it, so it's gone. And it is all about, for me, it is about the vaping, the quality of the vape. So I just read a message there. Someone asking me if I'm available on Thursday. I don't know what that's for. No idea. It's that time, Kieran. It's that time. I don't even know if I can put my post on here, can I?
So it's that time that I can go to the toilet then while you're doing this.
No, you should show an interest.
I need a wee
I'll sit here on my own and do it.
I get to the age where I need a wee after drinking a glass of juice. Don't forget to disclaimer.
Go on, off your sod. I don't think I can. I don't think it's on here, I don't think it's on here. I'm glad he's gone anyway, folks, because no, I can't put it on there.
I can hear you.
I'm glad he's gone because the shares have gone down. So I don't want him taking the grin at my shares. Right. This won't take long. This is for fun, just for just a bit of fun. Don't take any guidance from my share picks. I can't find the disclaimer that I normally put up, but it basically says that it is just for fun, and don't pay any store. Don't put your house on what I say. There's no point. So let me try and add this phone on here. It didn't add. That's not a good start. Let's try this button here. This is looking hopeful. Right, here we are. Now, we weren't here last week. Who did I have last week? Who did I have? I had this one. However you pronounce it. Sabanyi Stillwater. Yeah, there you go. And it's precious metals, this one. Gold and platinum. They're a mining company. So that was my pick last week, and in 7 days, sunk like a stone. So that was a very good pick. This week I have gone for. I've already bought them earlier on today, and I'm going by memory. I think it was Silvercrest Metals. It was another miner, silver miner. And I should have waited till tonight to do it by the look of it, because damn, that's gone today. Down 5.88%. I did it earlier on. So, what have they done in a year? Let's have a look. Up and down like a horse draws over the course of the year. But all commodities, silver, gold, platinum, palladium, they've all took an absolute battering in this last week for some reason. I don't know why. But as we know, overall, over time, silver and gold only ever goes one way, goes up. So, this is a long-term project. Centamin, which was up 5% last week, is now minus 0.81. They're a gold miner. You can see physical silver down there. Physical platinum is down 5.66%. Which is quite a lot. If you take platinum, let's go over the maximum period of time. Yes, it's up over time, but of late it's come down a lot, physical platinum. So when's the best time to buy something? When it's cheap. So that's basically my philosophy on a lot of these things. So let's have a look at insights. Let's see where we are. Portfolio performance. Down 3.66% in a month. So let's go over the maximum period of time. According to this, I'm still up 16.93%, which I think, what was it 2 weeks ago? It was about 27%, wasn't it?
God, I can't remember 2 weeks ago.
But the stock market has really, really gone down. So it's been hit hard. Obviously, this thing in Ukraine hasn't helped. Some of these, like UiPath, that's a robotics type of CNC sort of business. They're down 41%. So, but there you go. Things can change very quickly. And the only one still up, I think, well, the Fresnillo's up 20. How can I be that far up when most of them are down, Kieron? There's two there, 15% up. And there's one 20% up. The rest are all down. I think it must include the £10 that they award if someone else joins in, which I haven't had many, to be fair. But anyway, we shall see what happens. I'm doing, even if I don't have a show, I still put my £10 a week in to something, and at the end of the year, we'll see where I am, whether up, down, sideways, whatever. Whatever I do, it's £10. I'm saving £10 a week, which that's easier to spend £10 a week, isn't it? So, what's my portfolio worth? Does it say there? That'd be an account, I suppose. Ooh, it's got my card on there. I don't want to do that, do I? Insights, is it on there? Where does it say what my account is worth then? Oh, here it is. £183.24. So there you go. It's a way of me putting £180 aside. £10 a week. And I started that at the start of this year. Like start of January. So it's £10 a week every week. And I have done it every week, as I say, even if there's not been a show. So that'll do. I'm not going to reflect too much on them this week because they've dropped like the proverbial stone, Kieron. So some of the stocks. I mean, what's Elon Musk just bought Twitter, hasn't he?
Peter Rector said that about Twitter. Yeah, 53.4 billion.
Yeah. Why would you want that? If I had 53 billion, I wouldn't be buying Twitter. But
do you know how much it's estimated to be worth, though?
What, Musk?
Yeah.
No, I don't know.
368 billion.
Is he?
Jesus Christ.
I wouldn't bother with the bank reference for him, would you? I'd just accept his word. He's good for it. There you go. Right, where do we get to? That'll do for stocks and shares. We'll make it short and sweet this week. Kieron was bored anyway. He walked off.
I wasn't bored. I had to go to the toilet. I've got to the age now where every hour I need to go to the toilet.
Put Daniel's comment on there. That should fill the screen. There you go.
Has he got all the thumbs, all the right colours? Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's covered all the nations there, I think. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, very PC. Guy Stewart, Mark, do the Italians do 100% VG concentrates? Not sure, but I do know that they agree with using water in some of theirs. So, I'll find that one out, Guy. Find that one out. I don't know the answer to that, especially. Neil Pitts. I didn't realise Neil was from the States. Don't like disposable vapes here in the States. They are 30 milligrams or 50 milligrams salt. Nick, way too strong for me. God, it would be me as well.
He's just made a comment down below as well there about the M5A vape dope bridge. Very good, and thank you for the advice. That's from Neil Pitts as well to you.
Right, yeah. I think
it is a good bridge, I must say. It is a good one.
I think it's a brilliant bridge. Where's mine? In here somewhere. Is that in there? Yep, there's the dope. You can't see the battery. It's a green battery wrap.
I've not been using my bridges this week so far. I've had too many devices to try out, so I've not had charging my own stuff. Well, that's the thing when you start reviewing things. You don't vape your normal things half the time because you're always trying.
Yeah.
I try at the weekends to sort of sit down and say, right, I want that tank and that RTA, and that's it. And that's all I'm vaping this weekend. Ones I use all the time. But you don't. You're always vaping something new to try it out, to test it.
I think that can be the downside because, to be honest with you, I'll be happy to use that dope day in, day out.
Yeah.
I really would. That wouldn't bother me. So yeah, and you test something.
Cthulhu Mods are bringing out a new bridge as well, aren't they?
Oh, are they?
It's called the Is it the Diver? Because I always thought there was already a diver sort of thing, but yeah, I think it's the Diver bridge.
Something called a diver, wasn't there?
There was something called a diver. I sort of thought, I'm sure I've heard of the diver, but I don't think it was a bridge. I think it's something else. But yeah, that's coming out next week, I think. And there's one on the way to me. I didn't order it. It's been sent to me.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh God!
Thanks.
I'm reading Peter Rex comment there. I sent you the picture, didn't I, on Skype about the Vapor Books Pod Z Pod.
Oh yes, let's talk about that for a second.
Oh Jesus Christ!
Wake
Yes, I
up,
get
Kieron.
it.
Explain what it is for people that don't know.
It's basically a pod that's designed to look like a Lego block, and they're not hiding the fact. They actually say in the description, inspired to look like a Lego block. I get the fact that it looks cool because I do like the look of it, but at the same time, I hate it as well. It's like that Game Boy one I had years ago.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
it looked good. It was good, but it was also stupid at the same time.
How can we as an industry say we are not encouraging people under 18s to vape?
Here's a pod that looks like a Lego piece of brick.
We bring out a Lego brick that looks like
stupid.
A pod. So yeah, shouldn't be a thing. Shouldn't be right. Same as that watch thing that came out a little while. But
Do you know how much it's going to cost?
No.
$11.
Is it?
That's it. $11.
$11. Wow. Podacy. I didn't actually know what it was called. Coil. Is there an Ed Zachary Tayfun GT5 yet? Nope.
I hope so, because I can't afford to buy the real one at the moment.
I must admit, I've always had a soft spot for Tayfun stuff. It's all good stuff, isn't it? Always like that. So we're approaching that time. Any final questions from anyone? Or Kieron, have you got anything you want to discuss?
Not really, no.
You must have something. You must have something. Something on the end. Something in your head that.
We just discussed it there about the pod Lego block. That's been on my mind. Because when I saw it, I thought, is this a joke? And then I went to a certain Chinese website, and no, there it is on pre-order, $11. Oh, you have no laugh. Have another laugh.
You're not ordering one then?
No.
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 I wonder if they've copied the Lego thing, so it actually links in with Lego as well.
I said that to me on Twitter when I posted a picture saying no way, and someone said, I wonder if actually a Lego block will click onto it. It probably will do. I mean, if you're a responsible vapor and it's you in the house, fair enough. But you've got kids. Having something that looks like a Lego block is just stupid. Absolutely stupid.
It is stupid because the kid is going to pick that up and then get told off and wonder why.
Yeah.
How daft is that? Absolutely daft. But okay. I did mention a couple of weeks ago. I said that there are going to be times where we're not going to have the show like every week because we've just got other. I don't want it to get stale is one thing, and I have got a lot on my plate at the moment, mother and stuff like that. And Kieron, you're busy as well, but I'm still gonna,
I'm having a slight change soon as well. I might be changing jobs soon.
Ooh, will that help or not help?
It will. Not make much difference to the show or to my personal life, but I'm going to be going. Probably, it's not certain yet, to work for a small family restaurant where my wife's a chef.
All right.
I'll be going to work with her, but I will do more work than she is, so she can sort of take a little bit of time off. She's still not quite well yet.
Right.
Wages-wise, it's not going to be a real drop in my wages from Green King, where I am now.
Yeah.
And it's literally 5 minutes from the house to the restaurant. So,
well, that'll help.
Yeah, that could be happening about the next month or so.
Ooh. I wonder if you'll be offered a higher salary to stay. Please don't.
Oh, I will be. Yeah, I will be. But
Oh, I will be.
There's twofold reasons why I will change the jobs. A, it's to help my wife take it a bit easier,
Yeah,
and B, it's really local. It's right next to the kids' school as well.
right.
It's just 5 minutes from our house.
Yeah,
So
makes life easier, doesn't it? But
more working during the day than any sort of evening work.
yeah.
And they don't open Sundays, so it's Sundays off.
Oh, that's a
They
big,
close.
isn't it?
They close at Christmas time because it's a family restaurant.
Yeah.
I mean, I know the owner Sam. I know him and his wife, and they don't open Christmas. They shut down for like 12 days. So we can actually have Christmas off for a change, which
Yeah.
would be nice. Never had Christmas off in years as a chef.
Yeah. No, that would be.
Like I say, it's going to help my wife slightly, not do as much work.
Yeah.
So
is that the sort of thing? Because I've often thought with jobs, sometimes you leave a job and you move and you think, oh, I shouldn't have left. I've made a mistake. I often think sometimes you're almost better off taking a week's holiday and going working there for a week and just making sure.
well, my wife's been there for 4 years now, so I
Right.
know it's a good job. I mean,
Yeah.
I've even helped them design a few dishes on the menu. And
Oh,
I've also done the photos for the menu cards as well over the last year or so. So yeah, I do actually know them quite well already. So
yeah.
Yeah.
It makes a big difference, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Makes
Yeah.
a big difference. I don't know
yeah,
if they listen to
I will be offered a pay rise, but I won't take it. You know.
I don't know if they listen to you. We haven't had many thumbs up.
I'm not watching on YouTube. I don't know. I can't see it from here.
Yeah, touch base with just Daniel's mentioned Laurie there, another spanner. Just touch base with her the other day actually, and she's doing okay. She's gone through the mill a bit, I think, with her illness. So we wish you all the best, Laurie. If you watch this on catch up, we wish you all the best anyway. So yeah.
Is she in the UK? Has she gone back home again now?
I'm not sure. She was in the UK. I think she's still there. I think so. I think she is. So, yep, I think so. We've got the thumbs up and the thumbs down. We've got all sorts going on here. You can't see the thumbs down. So even if I had 100, no one would know. Well, I have.
I've got a pop-out chat. That's all I've got here. I'm not watching YouTube.
It's funny that I can still see them. They still work for me to see. But
Is that because of your eCam on your side?
yeah, I think so. Yeah, they haven't. It's still because on YouTube you can't see.
All I can see on my screen is me, you, mute, share screen, and hang up. That's it. That's all I can see.
Bullying, apparently.
I don't get that. I always think that a thumbs down is going to motivate you to do something better.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, there are vindictive people who just thumbs down just because that's the way they are. But
it's a bit of fun, isn't it? I often think when
I really got thumbs down.
You didn't?
No. I got a few now and again over the years, but not many. No. I never even did it. I didn't get upset.
I put them on all the time.
Oh, God, you're blocked from my channel. What are you on about? I hate doing that, though. I've had to block a few people.
Have you?
Oh, you get the occasional comment that you just know it's not a vapor, it's some dickhead being stupid. It's like, yeah, you're not a vapor, mate. Block.
I notice our Russian bots have gone now, which is good. We had a few of them.
Yeah, they stopped for a few weeks now. I'm not saying any more live chat.
They got other fish to fry now, and they got tanks to drive and stuff.
Tanks to build.
Yeah. Okay. Well, would you like to say your goodbyes, Kieron? And
Goodbye, Kieron.
Hey.
Goodbye, Kieron.
Go on. Get on with it.
Well, no, thanks for having me on the show again, as always. It's been good to be back online. Thanks for all the people in chat, all the questions. Thanks for all the spanners, Daniel and Lynn. And pass it on to Mark.
Lovely.
I don't like goodbyes. I just like bye.
Well, then.
That's just, do you know, I had this conversation the other day. If I'm in a conversation at work and someone bores me, I'll just walk away in the conversation. I won't say anything. I'll just turn around and walk away. That's just the way I am. I just don't have time. Yeah, whatever. Bye.
What? Like, I'm bored now.
You're off.
Yeah. Thanks, one and all. So I'm not. There may well not be a show next week. Might leave it a fortnight. And if I've got anything really good to say, there are some products coming in, some exciting products. So there's good stuff coming that I know of. You know, and that's nothing to do with the juices we were talking about earlier. This is something completely different. So yeah, stay tuned, because there's good stuff coming. Some, you know, I don't ever like do the run of the mill, so there's some nice stuff coming. Trust me, have a bit of faith. So for all your lovely comments and questions, thank you very much. Even though you pulled stuff out of me that I didn't want to share with you just yet, but it's okay. These things.
Well, I thought personally we were going to be discussing that. So
Did you? Right.
yeah, yeah. I didn't put them up to it.
Right. Yeah. So I just put a few of the comments up there. So yeah, thank you one and all, and I'll see you next week, if not in a fortnight. And thanks for watching. Stay safe, be healthy. Bye for now. Take care.
Bye.